So we've recently had the Underwater Menace be released and animated, and that begs a question: what next? What is the future of Doctor Who animations?
Because we know at least one more is coming, don't we? When they had the BFI event, it was confirmed that one more was in the works. So,
Hmm.
what could that one more be? And will more follow as well? Because
I
been a,
think so.
hmm, yeah, the animations have sort of pushed through some hard times, haven't they? And when we thought it's been all over multiple times, they've come back. So, it feels like there's going to be more regenerations down the line. Yeah,
Especially with the iPlayer deal as well, with everything going on to iPlayer. I think
and
there's going to be more of a precedent to go, let's try and get the whole thing there.
yeah, complete the catalogue so that you can watch Doctor Who right from the very start all the way to the modern episodes. Which, I mean, yeah, exciting times are ahead, I imagine.
Hmm.
But that one more story, we obviously had this rumor way back. We did a video on it right at the start of the year about the Smugglers and the Underwater Menace being animated. One of those two has now been, officially announced and animated and released. So it sort of gives credence to that rumor, doesn't it? And makes you think the Smugglers is going to be that other one. But Celestial Toymaker has also been rumored since then. So which
Hmm.
one do you personally think is going to be next? Or if even of those two?
Um, yeah, I think Celestial Toymaker probably makes sense now with obviously the appearance in the 60th anniversary. But
Hmm.
I feel like there's a bigger plan for the Celestial Toymaker. Because I can imagine them recolorizing episode four.
Yeah,
Since
that makes sense.
the Daleks is the first of many recolorizations, I can see Celestial Toymaker Part 4 getting that treatment. So I think Celestial Toymaker probably makes sense. And I think it's a story what probably would benefit animation,
Hmm.
it
I think
being
it's a
quite
story that would
surrealist.
benefit color as well.
Yeah, because there's a lot of color references.
Hmm.
The Smugglers, I can't say I'm a huge fan of, but I've only listened to it once. So maybe it will get it to reappraisal with getting an animated one. But,
Yeah,
you know,
similar to Macroterra, really. I think that's gone up a lot in people's estimations since the animation came along.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if it could be similar to what we had when Evil of the Daleks and Abominable Snowmen were first rumored. Because, there was about a year gap between those releases. And within that gap, we had Galaxy 4, didn't we?
Yes.
So I'm wondering if this could be a similar situation where Underwater Menace and Smugglers are both being worked on, are both confirmed, but they're going to be doing Celestial Toymaker as well, and that will come out in between to obviously tie in with the hype of Neil Patrick Harris in the 60th.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, Smugglers would be an interesting choice because that would be our first historical getting
Yes.
fully animated. The only other one we've had is the Reign of Terror, which is only two missing episodes out of six.
Hmm.
So it'd be interesting, especially in this new era of, the animation being the selling point, not just something to fill in the gap.
Well,
And
it's sort of it's strange that you think the Wheel in Space hasn't been done with the Cybermen. You'd
mm,
want to tick that off,
yeah,
but I
unless
guess
you're
you've got to sift through. I don't want to say the rubbish, and you've got to save some of the heavy hitters back. I'm not saying Wheel in Space is a heavy hitter, but
no, it's a
slap
heavy
on.
hitter in terms of, Cybermen in the marketing.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
also
yeah.
seems a bit more achievable than the Daleks master plan, where obviously that would be a heavy hitter, but also that is a huge undertaking.
But then again, could you? We've seen like cut downs of classic Doctor Who, and I know that there are probably purists screaming at the keyboard, going no. But maybe
Mm,
if this is our only way of getting Dalek's master plan, could we get like a cut down version of it in
yeah, maybe
animated
that's the only
form?
way. Mm, yeah, that'd be interesting. I suppose. going right back to the start, Marco Polo
Hmm.
is the earliest story not to be animated, the earliest missing story in general. Could you see that one being animated? I suppose, could the Smugglers be a way of testing the water there for pure historicals before they go full on with the big seven-parter?
I mean, to be honest, Marco Polo makes more sense on paper to animate before the Smugglers. And it's a way better story. It's such a good story, and I think there's so much reference material for Marco Polo. It kind of feels silly, but I guess because it was the most sold episode or story, I guess there's sort of going, do we financially invest in that?
Yeah, you sort of like wonder if is there more chance of that coming back than that being animated. I think purely because it is quite a big undertaking doing a seven-parter again, and it being a pure historical as well, so that wouldn't necessarily help with the sales. Also, I do wonder if just Troughton sells better than Hartnell, because that certainly has been the push with the animations. He is the animation doctor, really. Despite, yeah. I mean, also maybe because he does have more episodes to animate, or did.
Yes.
He's running a bit low on them now with the Underwater Menace release. We're down. Isn't it one per season at this point?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, Highlanders, Wheel in Space, which has already been a little bit animated, and then the Space Pirates. So, yeah, I mean, maybe they're doing Smugglers as well, so they can finish off season 4, and they're also, used to doing Ben and Polly.
Yeah, I mean, the character models are pretty much there for Ben and Polly at the start of Underwater Menace.
Yeah. I mean, there's even references to Cornwall at the start of the Underwater Menace. Not that has any bearing on the animations, but just the
It's all
closeness
foreshadowing.
of those stories. Yeah, they knew way back in the 60s that one day both these stories would be missing, and they'd be able to tease an animation from the future.
I see. That's the power of Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's the power of time travel. Mythmakers, I suppose, is one we've not mentioned.
Well, this is the interesting thing. Maureen O'Brien's let slip that she's been recording extras, and I think we can put 2 and 2 together what that could be.
Yeah. But is it just them getting all those extras done for the future?
Safeguarding, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the morbid way possible, a lot of these 60s and 70s Doctor Who stars aren't necessarily getting any younger. So they probably do want to get all this stuff ready for... I mean, maybe it's just collection as well. It might just be a telesnap reconstruction for that. But, I mean, season 3's got to be one of the last collection sets.
Yeah, it has to.
Because how much is missing from that season. But yeah, and then Savages as well. Savages
make sense to be animated because it's a really good little sci-fi yarn.
Yeah, I suppose it's not too monster heavy or anything like that, is it? I think it is no. Not all sit down and talk, but there's less action to animate there until the end. Yeah, that'd be interesting. And again, it's a non-pure historical. So with Galaxy 4 getting the animation treatment, could that help the Smugglers case to get animation?
I think it's just a question of what's next more than if.
Yeah. I also wonder about the fate of Mission to the Unknown, because you've already had, a fan animation of that through Ian Levine.
Mm-hmm.
You've had the fan reenactment of it, the restaging, which... Did that come out on any physical media at all?
No, I don't think it's come out.
It went out on YouTube, though, didn't it? Like the official Doctor YouTube channel.
So.
Yeah. And then you've also got at the end of Galaxy 4, the lead into that. You almost wonder why they didn't just do it with Galaxy 4. But I suppose maybe if they do get around to the Daleks Master Plan...
You'd want the same creative team.
Yeah, you'd want it. You'd do them together, wouldn't you? And you'd want that consistent style across the 13 episodes. I mean, that's perhaps another way you get around doing the Daleks Master Plan.
Yeah.
do it the same way the novels did and do half and half.
Yes.
Because it's not like you don't have that with movies, but like even animated movies, like with the DC stuff. I think they've started doing that quite a bit with the Long Halloween. If anyone does follow the DC little animated universe they've got going on there, they split that movie into two and did two separate releases for it. So, and that's also shorter than a Doctor Who animation would be, because it's just a hour and a half, if that, movie, whereas this is going to be 6 episodes of 25-minute Doctor Who, followed by another 6 episodes, or 7 episodes even, when you throw Mission to the Unknown. So yeah, certainly, they've got options there. I think Daleks Master Plan isn't completely off the table.
No, I think it's one people are clamoring for.
But then again, is that another reason to save it towards the end?
Yeah. Because we know Rob Ritchie did like models ready if and when.
No. Yeah, it certainly is going to be a curious time ahead for the animations. And I wonder how long it'll be until we next get news, because certainly we were left waiting quite a while for that Underwater Menace news.
I mean, it's a good time for physical media, so I imagine we'll find out pretty soon.
Yeah. So hopefully it goes down a bit better than the Underwater Menace, though, because that seems to have always been lost in the storm of everything else going on for the 60th, doesn't it? I wonder if maybe this wasn't the right time to release it in hindsight, but maybe it's just, not that great for discussion purposes, but it has shown in the sales.
Because it's number one in the charts in HMV and stuff, which is wild. But Underwater Menace is doing that, getting numbers like that.
I think the Daleks colorization is number 1 on Amazon, isn't it? So
yeah, so
they're certainly still. I mean, it's often the way with Classic Who, like the collection sets will often manage that as well.
It's amazing. It is amazing and really lovely and heartwarming that Classic Doctor Who can do that, because it's all because of us.
Yeah, I think it's because there is sort of like that big crossover between Classic Who fans and physical media collectors as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
So it's wonderful that there has been enough so far to support these animations. And I mean, long may it continue, hopefully with an increased budget.
That's the thing, buy them so it shows the Beeb that we want them.
But it's a double-edged sword as well, though, because it shows, we're happy with this quality.
Yeah.
We'll still buy it anyway. So it's hard to say, but I think it is still worth picking up.
And often
they do bolster these up with some great special features as well. So even if the animation isn't to your taste, which wouldn't surprise me with some of the ones they've come out with, then, I think you've got enough on there to make up for it. I mean, particularly when Underwater Menace, your choice is that original DVD with reconstruction in the loosest possible terms versus, now the latest release with quite a bit more special features packed into it and a superior, reconstruction, even if you're excluding the animations, then, you've still got more there than you did originally.
Yeah. So it's the definitive version of the Underwater Menace without having the episodes back.
Yeah, I suppose that's the way it is. So yeah, any last thoughts? You got to stake a random guess at what the next animation is going to be?
Let's just go Smugglers. Let's go Smugglers.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I feel like Smugglers is the safe bet. But I think Celestial Toymaker can't be too far away either.
Yeah, it'd just be nice to let Hartnell have a bit of the limelight, really.
Yeah, that's it, really, isn't it? Troughton has been getting a lot of animations recently, so let's fill in a couple of Hartnells while we can. But yeah, let us know what animation you think is going to be coming next in the comments below. And we will see you very soon. So like, subscribe, do all that lovely stuff, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Take care, everyone.